Welcome back, students, to another video lesson from the chapter of gravitation. In a previous class, we have discussed about the gravitational field, intensity of gravitational field due to Earth, and finally about gravitational potential energy. Today, we shall discuss two topics from the chapter. The first one being gravitational potential, and the second one being escape velocity. Let's begin with the first topic. Gravitational potential. The gravitational potential at a point in the gravitational field of the Earth is defined as the amount of work done in bringing a body of unit mass from infinity to that point. The unit of gravitational potential is joule per kg. Obviously, gravitational potential at a distance r from the center of the Earth can be obtained by setting m equal to 1 in the expression for gravitational potential energy. Therefore, gravitational potential due to the Earth at distance r from the center of the Earth, if we denote it by V, will be equal to minus gm by r. Thus, gravitational potential at a point is always negative. It increases as one moves towards infinity and becomes zero, that is maximum at infinity. At the surface of Earth, V is given by minus gm by r, where r stands for radius of the Earth. Let's now study about escape velocity. Now, if we throw a stone vertically upwards, it falls back to the surface of the Earth after attaining a height, depending upon the velocity of projection. If the stone is given a sufficiently large velocity to overcome the gravitational pull and the resistance of Earth's atmosphere, it may escape the gravitational pull of the Earth and may never return to the Earth. So, we can define escape velocity as the minimum velocity with which a body must be projected up so as to enable it to just overcome the gravitational pull is known as escape velocity. Let us consider that the Earth is a sphere of mass m and radius r. Suppose that the body of mass small m is at a point P at a distance r from the center of the Earth. Then the force exerted by the Earth on the body is given by, we have marked the distance to be equal to x, so the force will be equal to F gmm by x square as per Newton's law of gravitation. So this is the gravitational force acting on the mass m kept at the point P, which is at a distance x from the center of the Earth, as you can see in the diagram. Therefore, work done in moving the body against gravitational attraction through an infinitesimally small distance dx, as you can see in the figure, we have marked that position to be q. So if the object of mass small m is moved from position P to small q through a distance dx, then the work done, small amount of work done, is given by F dx, and on substituting the value of force we get work done to be equal to gmm by x square into dx. So total work done to move the body from the surface of the Earth to a point at infinity where the gravitational pull would reduce to zero can be obtained by integrating both the sides of the equation, the above equation, within the proper limits, that is x equal to capital R to x equal to infinity. So work done will be equal to integration over the limits r to infinity, that will be gmm by x square dx. So we need to solve this integral. So that will become equal to w, that is gmm integral r to infinity x to the power minus 2 dx. So that will be equal to gmm, we will be solving the integration, so that will be x to the power minus 1 by minus 1 over the limits r to infinity. So eventually we will get w to be equal to minus gmm divided by 1 by x, and the limits are r to infinity. So on putting the limits we get minus gmm 1 by infinity minus 1 by r. So obviously we get w to be equal to gmm by r. The work required to project the body so as to escape the gravitational pull is performed on the body by providing an equal amount of kinetic energy to it at the surface of the Earth. The kinetic energy will be just enough to provide it the necessary escape velocity. So if VE is the required escape velocity, then kinetic energy which should be given to the body on the surface of Earth is given by half m v square. Therefore, half m v square should be equal to the work done, that is gmm by r. that we have obtained right now. So therefore, on solving, we get VE to be equal to root over 2gm by r. The value of acceleration due to gravity at the surface of Earth, small g, is given by gm by r square. So we can write down VE to be equal to 2g r square by r. So eventually escape velocity turns out to be root over 2g r. Thus we find the escape velocity does not depend upon the mass of the body to be projected. Now if we put r to be equal to 6400 kilometer, small g to be equal to 9.8 meter per second square on the surface of Earth, so we can change it to 0.0098 kilometer per second square. Then escape velocity VE should be equal to root over 2 into 0.0098 into 6400 meter per second, and that will turn out to be equal to 11.2 kilometer per second. So this is the value of escape velocity for the surface of the Earth. So any object which is projected from the surface of Earth which have velocity of 11.2 km per second will escape the gravitational pull. Further, since VE is equal to root over 2gr, squaring both sides, we get V square equal to 2r into g. So that will be equal to diameter of Earth multiplied by acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, square of the escape velocity is equal to the product of the diameter of the Earth and the value of acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the Earth. Further, if we assume the mass of the Earth m to be given by 4 by 3 pi r cube into density, that is given by rho, then VE will be equal to root over 2g by r into 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho. So eventually we will get VE to be equal to 2r and root over 2 pi 0 by 3. So it is the expression for the escape velocity in terms of the density and radius of the Earth. Now the expression for the escape velocity has been derived by neglecting the resistance due to the Earth's atmosphere. At such tremendous speed, the air resistance becomes very large, and in practice the escape velocity on the surface of the Earth is much higher than that given by the above equations, means the equations that we have written right now. Such high velocities are imparted to the bodies to be projected by the use of multi-stage rockets. So this would be all for today's lesson. Thank you.